Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the Pete's Premium Parlay Show. College football week 4. This week, college football and NFL, I'm splitting it up. I'm going to do one parlay each starting this week. College football week 4. All right, we're in the heart of it. Lines are moving. We're getting a feel for some of these teams. And I'll tell you what, an interesting week, college football week 4. When the lines first came out, there were a lot of picks I liked. And I was thinking, man, I'm going to kill it in the parlay this week. But most of those lines have moved significantly. So now I'm not going to include some of them. I'm pushed off some of them. And a lot of interesting information coming in from Brent from BetDSI every week. So watch that video every week for sure, even though I do review what he tells me in these videos. All right, college football week 4. I was thinking maybe UMass plus 27. Penn State, that's an interesting pick, but not quite liking it enough to go on it. Then I previewed the Pitt game with Tony George. We both like Pitt. Now it's -7. Close one. Just you never know. Iowa might become a desperate, hungry underdog and come back and play Pitt tough and you know get a cover at least. So I'm staying off that one. Toledo. I was kind of leaning towards Toledo when that line came out. I don't remember. I think it was like 10 or something like that. Now it's 14. Still probably like it at 14, but I'm off of that one. Michigan State under. Man, I really liked that one when it came out. I think it was like 55 or 54.5 or something like that. Now it's down to 52. Still like it at 52. It's borderline, but decided to leave it out of the parlay. Oklahoma, West Virginia. Joe Duffy made a great case for the over in that one, and I really started to buy into that one. When we did our video, though, it was 62. Joe Duffy recommended the over 62. Now it's 65. A little bit, less exciting at 65, so I'm going to stay off it. And then I personally loved San Diego State, Oregon State when it opened at 56. Now it's 58.5. Again, still like it at 58.5, but just decided to leave it off the parlay just a little bit. I don't know. Could have taken it. Let's see. What else here? The Arizona game is very, very interesting. Both information from Brent from BetDSI and from Steve from collegefootballwinning.com. That line has crashed, right? Cal was 12.5 when they opened, something like that. Now it's down to like 7.5 or 8. And I previewed that game with Steve from collegefootballwinning.com, and he said he understands why Cal, of course, the line came down. Cal's been covering their spreads. Arizona hasn't. He actually says that he likes Arizona. He made some weird thing about, like, if it goes up to 9.5, then he'll consider an official bet. But he's leaning towards Arizona here. And then that opinion was corroborated by BetDSI, by Brent. When I talked to him, he said that there was deep pockets public action on Cal. That means big bets, but not sharp bets on Cal, which drove that number down. And then he said he got sharps on Arizona at -7.5. So that's a very interesting game, and clearly, you might want to think twice about betting Cal, especially now at 7.5. I thought about putting Arizona at -8 in this, but decided against it ultimately. A lot of other information from Brent that was interesting. Tulane Duke over 54.5. That was also one I loved, and I was going to put in the parlay, but now it's 58.5, so decided to pass on that one. Interesting. Sharps came on Louisville, supposedly. 24.5, 26. That's interesting. Also, Arkansas, -11.5. He said he got sharp action on, and then he said deep-pocketed public money on Northern Illinois. I thought Northern Illinois at like +14 was a decent bet, but apparently Arkansas -11.5 was a sharp side. Then sharps came on the under at Mississippi State, LSU. All right. The picks I'm going to take, 6 college picks this week. 6 of them. I'm going to do a 4, 5, and 6 team round-robin parlay with these 6 picks, a $4.55 base. All right, first one, Syracuse under 55. This is a tough one. Brent told me, I liked the under when it first came out. Then Brent told me that he got sharp action on the under 55.5, 55, and 54.5, and that made sense to me, and it went down to 52. Now it's back up to 55. Now, I don't know why that is. That's got to be someone sharp came in and pounded the hell out of the over. Who is that? I don't know, but I was liking the under. Brent told me he did get some sharp action on the under, so I'm going to include it on the in the parlay this week. Syracuse under 55. Then I really liked Army Pick'em at the opening line. Now it's -2.5, but I'm still going to take it at -2.5. These are all current lines at BetDSI. Wake Forest just a disaster here, and I think they have Louisville up next. I think Army -2.5 still a good bet. Then I'm going to take Rutgers Navy over 54.5. You know, Rutgers has a quarterback who can be good at times. Navy, might not put up a whole lot of defense. They should be able to score themselves with their option offense. That line hasn't moved much. Didn't hear anything about it, but I'm going to include it. Third pick, Rutgers Navy over 54.5. Then I'm going to include Colorado, and I previewed that game with Troy West. I knew he was going to pick Colorado as his pick for that one. He said he loved Colorado in that one. I liked it on the opening line, and in the video I said, I bet you this line closes closer to 10. It was 7.5 when we previewed it. It's now -9, -115. So that's looking like it's coming true. And I'll include it in the parlay, even at -9, -115. Not getting the greatest line, but whatever. Then Vanderbilt. I previewed that game with Indian Cowboy. We both agreed that we liked the under. In that video, it was 54.5. Now it's 52.5. So there you go. Losing 2 points there. But I'm going to include it in the parlay anyway. If it lands 53-54, whatever. That's the way it goes. That's my fourth pick. Vanderbilt under 52.5, and Indian Cowboy and I agreed on that one in our preview of that video. And another pick that I previewed with a handicapper, Nebraska. Tony George, I previewed that one with. He said he loved Nebraska at -7. I said I knew he was going to love Nebraska at -7. I liked it at -7. Now it's -8. I still like it, and I'm going to include it in the parlay. So those are the 4, 5, 6. Right. So those are the 6 teams. Syracuse under 55. Army -2.5, Rutgers Navy over 54.5, Colorado -9, -115, Vanderbilt under 52.5, and Nebraska -8. And that's a 455 base 6-teamer, 4 5s and 6s. That's $100.10 to win $1,690. And if 5 win, it'll still be a big payday. All right. Interesting. There's a lot of other games I could have touched on, a lot of other games I could have discussed. BYU, that's an interesting game. I like Texas A&M at -32. Now they're up to 34. But that's it for college football week 4. That's my Pete's Premium Parlay, college football week 4.